Hello, group. Welcome to Akron Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. Today, Cuyahoga fails. Punk as F. I can't use naughty words. YouTube doesn't like it. And it's Christmas. Merry Christmas. So no bad words. The best I can. I try to just use my Sharpie, but this cover is so punk. You see the U still showing through? That's how punk this cover is. You can't cover up with a Sharpie. I tried, and I can still read it, so I had to take some scissors to it. I actually do own it on physical. Bought this from my friend Charles at My Mind's Eye in Lakewood, Ohio, in the Cleveland suburb. And there it was. I was about to review it. And there's a physical CD copy. $10 American, plus Ohio tax. So, mine. It's a great punk record from a Cleveland punk supergroup of bands you probably don't know. Horror 59, I think, was the best known of the lot. So, and of course, they give themselves cool names instead of their Christian names to protect them from their 9-to-5 work and their family and their children. Bob Noxious, Rick Nimrod, Tommy Teabagger, and Tommy Horror. Might be from the Horror 59, just guessing. And you get 15 songs. Now, have you... Ooh. It didn't take out for you like I usually do. That doesn't work at all, does it? There's actually 15 tracks on the physical. It's not available on YouTube. Guys, put it on YouTube. There's a bunch of songs I want to put on my YouTube music likes. But what's the count? 7. About half the record I want to put on my music likes. But you don't have it on YouTube Music. But it is on Bandcamp. Bandcamp doesn't have the bonus, which is I Feel Like Getting Drunk. And even for the last song, the title song, still punk as F, there's a technical glitch where you get, well, what is the sound of that? Like when a TV station or a radio station goes off the air, you get static noise. Yeah, that's what I was reaching for, static noise. Does any radio or TV ever go off the air? Is that still a thing? Is everything 24 hours, 365? Yeah, 365, as they say. 24/7, 365. That's the term. And so that static sound is at the beginning of the title track when you listen on band camp. You get the physical, everything's fine. And of course, I love the cover illustration, not to go to digress. Almost forgot, I censored this. The cover illustration by Durf, John Backdurf. Many of you may know the work of John Backdurf. His best known graphic novel, My Friend Dahmer. He went to high school with Jeffrey Dahmer, the serial killer cannibalist. That'll turn you into a punk and draw like this. But he didn't know that for years, of course. It wasn't until years later that Dahmer was discovered. So he's known for that graphic novel and other graphic novels, and also the comic strip that was published in weekly alternative newspapers in the United States called The City. And that was a great strip. And it also is in graphic novel form, collections of his strip, The City. But I love his art. This is as punk underground as you get through technically. He missed the poverty of drawing for underground comics. I guess underground comics got paid eventually. You know, Gary Dumb and Drum or Dumb? Facebook friend. And, oh, who else I'm thinking of? The guy with the Keep on Trucking cartoon. You know, all those guys that did the great underground comics of the 60s into the early 70s. And the publishers were a little bit. But I'm sure everything's cake now. But regardless, so yeah, great illustration about old punks. That's the theme of this album. It's not a concept record. I hate those things. But it is a theme that is touched upon in several of the songs that we hear on Still Punk as F. Yeah, the title track. He's going to show you how punk he is when he gets up from his nap. Me too. And, you know, the Karen song, You Know Who, and it's about Karen. You know the trope online about women named Karen. You know, a little bit of a Ramones tribute to his original song. The HOA took my baby away. The HOA in America, and maybe in where you are, stands for Homeowners Association. If you live like in a condo tract or whatnot. You know, the oppressive neighbors take away your rights to express yourself on your property. Another song, Mexican Pizza. You love Mexican pizza. Estate Sale Junkie. And we get songwriting credits because everyone in the band are songwriters. And like Estate Sale Junkie, Bob Nauseous and Tommy Teabagger wrote that. Mexican Pizza by Tommy Horror and Rick Nimrod. The HOA Took My Baby Away, written by Bob Noshes by himself. I forgot to note who wrote the Karen song. Disneyland. That's as Cleveland as you get. Disneyland. In Cleveland, there's this attorney that advertises a lot. Everywhere. You cannot escape his advertising if you're in Cleveland, Ohio. TV, radio, billboards. Maybe more than that, and I'm just forgetting about it. But basically those three mediums. Lots of his ads. He's going to make them pay for you getting hurt on the job or a car accident or, you know the type. So he's famous in the neighborhood in Northeast Ohio. And so they have a song in tribute to Mr. Mesny. And he is hip. He does appear at punk bars here in Cleveland. The 5 o'clock lounge, come to think of it, this Sunday the 28th. So you watch this in time. Okay, because this is coming out on Christmas afternoon. This Sunday, the 28th, Tim Mesny is due at the 5 o'clock lounge by a acquaintance of ours. And it's a meet and greet, whatever thing. I'm not sure. But I noticed he's coming on the 28th in the afternoon. You can meet the hero of many in Northeast Ohio, the famous Tim Mesny, an attorney fighting for you. He's going to make him pay. Him and his eyebrow. So, you gotta love that. I have to love that. You're going to be confused by that, but just roll with it. Just roll with it. Just dig the music and go. And so, really cool stuff. And Mesny is by one person who's not in the band. You got an outside songwriter. No shade, no shade. I'm sure it's a close friend of the band. Bob Ignacio and Rick Nimrod. And the title track is written by Bob Noshes. I don't know who wrote the bonus track. It is not like the bad old days where you have to wait 15 minutes to get the bonus track. No, it comes right there. So it's all good. Just a bonus song that you don't know you're getting. About I Feel Like Getting Drunk. And so there's other cool songs here, right? There are. Festival, by Oktoberfest and suburban celebrations, and I'll let them explain themselves. And, so the others are more straightforward, I guess. But, and there's an instrumental that starts the record. Don't be thrown by that. Slam piece. Instrumental, open it up. Very cool. And, of course, what does it sound like? Garage rock punk. Garage punk. By veterans. And, with the theme of, old punks with their unstated careers, their nice homes and families and their kids. And it's a theme all around the world about punks getting older. Earlier this year, one of my favorite records, Make Me Do, and Ursia. Our friends in Australia, their In the Zone record, Punk Grandma. I love that song. Next week at New Year's, I will do a video about my favorites for 2025. That's going to be one of them. And probably this too. But I can't save any of it. Guys, put it on YouTube. At least put the songs I love. I told you what I love. At least put those on YouTube so I can save them and put them on. You know, if you... So, to review. Estate Sale Junkie, Mexican Pizza, the HOA Took My Baby Away, You Know Who, the Karen song, unofficially, Disneyland, Still Punk as F, the title track, and I Feel Like Getting Drunk, oh, whatever the heck you titled the darn thing. Yeah, that's 7 songs. There's 15. I only left out 8. Because, I don't know, some of them are a little bit serious. You may vary. You may appreciate the serious songs a bit more than my fave goofy songs. I like goofy. Just get used to that. But there's a good salad. Garage rock, garage punk, punk. There's a debut record. And what else do we accuse this of being? Cleveland. Boy, howdy, it's Cleveland. Well, it's more Akron. Cuyahoga Falls, the city they're referring to by calling their band Cuyahoga Fails. Cuyahoga Falls is a suburb. I think it's closer to Akron. I haven't looked at my map lately. I think Cuyahoga Falls is kind of closer to Akron. But, you know, Akron, Cleveland, we share media. You know, Cleveland, Akron is kind of like Minneapolis, St. Paul, and other cities in proximity nearby each other. You know, Dallas, Fort Worth is another example. So, our friends in Cuyahoga Falls are closer to Akron than Cleveland, but they're gigging in both cities. And elsewhere, I'm sure. So, you see them gig, and they thank the 5 O'Clock Lounge. I mentioned the 5 O'Clock Lounge. They play there, apparently. Throw me a clue, guys, when you're playing there next. I'll show up. I can get there. And, 15 songs, 36 minutes and 50 seconds of all killer, no filler. Really cool stuff. And it's correct. The reason why I like this record is that it is a hard rock punk record. A friend of theirs on their Facebook page referred to them as hard rock and punk, or whatever the exact phrase is. True. So, check them out when you can. Bandcamp has it. And if you check it out on Bandcamp. Like me, ask for it on YouTube. Hey guys, I bought from My Mind's Eye. You got my money. We're about to. And good work. We love it. And of course, the taste of giving Durf a few bucks. Because he's done that cover art for something else, but, loaning that from Durf was cool. I think that's all I got. Took me 20 minutes to explain that. Jeez. Because I love it. I do. I take longer when I love it and there's depth to my love. If you like this video, give it a like. Subscribe to Action Right Corner. Ring the notification bell. And go on Bandcamp and listen to. I'll give it a Cuyahoga fails. Still punk as F. And come back. What do you think? We need more of this. I need more humorous punk music. That's what I'm inclined to find and listen to. Humorous anything. Real Al doing a new album soon. I know he's not doing physical anymore. Come on, Al. At least put a EP or something together. For the latest in action rock, garage rock, punk, psychobilly, rockabilly, and classic and legacy bands. Come back here to Action Rock Corner. We'll have it for you. Remember, fresh music is as important as fresh food. Keeps you regular in every respect. And have fun with your music. Yeah, you gotta already tell the state sale junkie to really get the fun started. But the first two tracks are cool too. The instrumental's cool. Yeah, I'm not scared, bro. The second song, whatever it's officially called, Pro Mate, Pro Flake. This is fun. That's why I carried on maybe too long. It's fun. I can carry on when I'm having fun. And it's worth it. So thanks for watching. Merry Christmas. And I'm going to see you before the new year, right? So Happy New Year if I don't see you. And we got stuff coming for New Year's. Best of my most watched videos. I'm going to tell you what those are. So you can go, oh, those bands are great, because, of course, only the legacy bands are the most watched things, but you gotta find new bands. But as kids in our 60s, not these old bands in their 80s, we gotta get these new bands in their 50s, 60s, and sometimes even 20s and 30s. Good stuff's out there to be found. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.